Hey guys, welcome to my channel, everyone, and thank you so much for watching. I am Jade. If you're new here, and welcome to today's Royal Rumble. Today we are going to be talking about the royal family and the British people and their disdain for Meghan Markle. This is very interesting to me because it's very obvious that they don't really care what they say, maybe because they are in this bubble where they don't care about how they are perceived. They don't really care about what people are saying about them, especially when it comes to their treatment of Meghan. And I find that really, really interesting because at some point, the optics does not look good for you. If you're constantly looking for ways, looking for things that you can use as an example of why you don't like Meghan or why people shouldn't like Meghan, you are going to find something, you know. You are going to find something, even when it doesn't make sense, you're going to rationalize it in your head and it's going to make sense in your head. So eventually you will find that thing. Before I even start, let me preface this by saying, because I know that there are a bunch of people who are really tumbleweeds, no common sense, they don't really know how to read the title, the caption of a story. So if you're one of those people, read very well because if you accuse me of anything on this channel, I am going to give it back to you a million fold. So some of you don't watch the video, some of you don't care. You just want to run off and comment your ignorance. I have your time, okay? And I will be paying you back in your own coin. So with all of that being said, let's talk about today because I don't know. I'm sure some of you saw this. I'm sure some of you have been following the coverage of the burial stuff of Queen Elizabeth, the one who passed away. And there is something that I saw that really, really tickled me, made me laugh. It just kind of confirmed my theory about how or what I think the British people feel about Meghan. We are also going to be talking about some of the reactions from people when they saw Prince Harry and Meghan join William and Kate on a walkabout around, among the crowds near Windsor. So, according to the report, they said it was William that invited Meghan and Harry to walk with them. I guess I'm thinking the reason why William suggested that the four of them work together, I'm thinking because they know that there will be some people who are just so hateful, evil, wicked people who just want every opportunity to boo at Meghan and Harry. They're not a lot because, in spite of what the British media wants you to believe, that people literally hate Meghan now, that is simply not the truth. That is simply not the case. A lot of people like Meghan still, in spite of everything that has happened. A lot of people like her still, and a lot of people see through the British media bullshit. They see that this is a hate campaign, this is a smear campaign, and if we really have to dig deep, we can have Kate and William to thank for all the smear campaign against Meghan, especially. Okay. So I honestly believe that because according to the report, it was William who suggested it. Because remember, William has been the one who's been so vindictive. He's been the one who's been so hateful and so mean. And he always snubs his bride. Remember when they were doing the unveiling of their mother's statue? And Harry traveled to the UK for the unveiling. It was so obvious that William was trying so hard to make the world see that he has not, that he holds some kind of resentment against his brother Harry. So he made sure of it. Even sometimes when Harry tries to talk to him, he would, snub him and only made a few comments. Like, you could tell that the tension was high. It was almost as if he was trying to send a message to the people who have been doing his dirty beating, the people who have been smearing Meghan this entire time. It was almost as if he was trying to send them a message and tell them, this is not just seeing us together does not mean that we are cool. You can go ahead with the smear campaign, whatever it is that you need to do, because William is all about the institution. He's about preserving the institution. So he doesn't care. He doesn't care about his brother. Not only he only cares about the royal family and the business of the royal family. That's really all William cares about. Like I said in my previous video about them, he was raised right from the very beginning, right from when he was born. He was raised to be a royal, to be a king. So he was raised to only focus on the kids, focus on the business side of the family, and ultimately do what is going to be best for the firm. Whereas Harry was completely different. Harry was raised completely differently. So, anyways, so I'm pretty sure, because it's still all about saving face. I mean, what kind of a king would King Charles be if he cannot sh- if he cannot settle the family issues that is going on in his family? Like, if you cannot settle, you have to make me look good. This is what he's telling his children, I'm sure. You have to make me look good. Whatever you do, do not make me come off as a prince, as a king who cannot sort out his family problem. Because what is it that I always say here? Charity begins at home. Charity begins at home. For you to be able to effectively lead the people of Britain, you have to first of all show strength, show that you are able to be to make peace in your home. So, and this was all orchestrated. And they knew that it's not a lot, but there are some people who are there, mischief makers, who are going to want to boo because they all want attention. Heck, when Harry and Meghan went to the when they traveled to the UK last week, there were some people protesting them. Like, literally, some British people were protesting Harry and Meghan. And I'm like, are you kidding me? You people literally have criminals, warlords, all kinds of unsavory individuals living in your country, but you want to protest Meghan? She's the worst thing to happen to you in this life, with all the other things that your royal family has done. You still have Prince Andrew in your country, resting his heels, living freely. You guys don't go to his house and camp and demand that he goes to the US to answer the FBI's invitation. But you have the audacity to protest Meghan. This was just last week. So yeah, I'm sure that they knew that those people were going to come and cause mischief, and it wouldn't look good for the family. It would not have looked good if they had come to protest, or if they had started booing Meghan in the midst of their grandmother's funeral. So I guess that was why they made a conscious decision to have all four of them walk together, hand in hand, so that they don't get booed. And it looked like it worked, you know. But it is so interesting to see that even in the midst of all the things that were happening, it is so interesting to see that Meghan is still very much loved by the British people. They love her. There is nothing you can do. You can't force people to hug you. You can't force people to be nice to you. I mean, you can encourage them to stay quiet, but you can't force them to hug you. You simply can't. But, people were still hugging her and telling her nice things and everything, even though the media is now, they are running helter skelter, working overtime, trying to look for one kind of excuse or the other, how they can, downplay what happened today. But it is still very obvious that a lot of people still love Meghan in spite of the lies, because people can see through the bullshit, you know. People can see through the bullshit. There are people who are paid to go online and just be trolls, right? Go online, just be a troll, just post things. One person can have 20 accounts, 20 YouTube accounts or 20 Facebook accounts or whatever, and just start typing nonsense, trying to sway the conversation. So a lot of these people are trolls, a lot of these people are bots. But when you actually come down to it, in reality, these two are loved. These two are loved. There is nothing they can do. They can't make people not love her. Because at the end of the day, Meghan was fighting for herself when nobody will fight for her. When nobody will fight for her. She was fighting for herself. She was defending herself. She was, you know, standing up for herself when nobody would. When the media went on a smear campaign. And it's so funny how people don't remember that anymore because they don't care. They don't remember that for a very, very long time. Megan was the scapegoat. She was the scapegoat. Like everybody took a shot. Everybody took their shot. Everybody came for her. The media, everybody. So she reached out and she called the firm for help. She reached out to them. They wouldn't help her. So what was she to do? To just stay and continue to take all the abuses, the lies, the false narrative that they were pushing about her, talking about how she made Kate cry when in reality it was Kate who made her cry. So she was supposed to just sit back and continue to be the scapegoat and continue to be like the smoke screen and continue to be like the distraction for all the toxicity and the scandal, the real things that were really happening in the royal family. So she was supposed to just shut up and not say anything and just take it. Like, who among you would do that? How many of you would do that? Would shut up when your name is being destroyed? How many? And I have also seen people make arguments that, oh, she abandoned her family, she threw them under the bus. Let me tell you, if I had a dad and I had a sister, a stepsister, sorry, half sister and a half brother who did to me what Megan's family did to her, I would drop them faster than, like, it'll make your head spin. I would drop them fast, so fast. Because but people don't see that anymore, right? People don't care about that. All they care about is just the fact that, you know she came out and she defended herself, and so they try to spin the narrative however they want. But the truth, those who know the truth, they know that this woman did absolutely nothing wrong. She did nothing wrong. She was protecting herself, she was protecting her husband, she was protecting her family when nobody else would. When nobody else would step to the plate, she was protecting. And I saw a lot of comments that were just like, it was as usual. Like, this doesn't even surprise me anymore. But as usual, I saw people in the comments, oh, just talking about how amazing and how wonderful Harry and William and Kate are, how majestic they are, how classy and how sophisticated they are. Like, who gives a fuck? Like, the, like, I can almost guarantee that Harry and Meghan just want to do their thing and be out of there. They don't want anything. For example, this person wrote, so this is posted on the video of all four of them walking, doing the walkabout and greeting the crowds or whatever. So this person said, this depicts the converse of how Harry and Meghan depict the royals. Truthfully, the Prince and Princess of Wales are demonstrating to Harry and Meghan what empathy is, and also how compassion is an integral part of the royal lives. There's people, they think too much of their royal, like, compassion. You're talking about compassion and empathy. Ask, tell that to the African country. that Queen Elizabeth and her cohorts were looting from. Tell that to those African countries about what compassion and empathy is all about. Because when they are looting African countries for their own benefit, they don't think about compassion. They don't think about empathy. They don't give a shit. So, anyways, continuing, he said, hopefully the California couple will refrain from any of the information. I'm sorry, will refrain from any of the misinformation and disinformation on any social media platform in the immediate future. So you want them to shut up and not talk about their experience anymore, right? They shouldn't tell their experience anymore. They should just shut up because, yeah, that's straight up blackmail, you know, that's straight up blackmail. And then somebody posted this, and this person said, "Yes, and Harry and Meghan displayed PDA over and over again. While doing this, it's impossible to convert these two. Like they had a problem with the fact that Harry and Meghan were showing affection, were affectionate to one another, to each other. Like there is, like I've always been saying, Harry and Meghan could just be breeding, especially Megan. Megan could just be breeding, and the British people will have a problem with it. Megan could just be breeding, and the British people will have a problem with it. So now their problem is that Harry and Meghan were displaying PDA. Let me show you a picture of what the two of them, with the two couples did, if I can find it. But they seem to have a problem with Meghan's and Harry's PDA. But William and Kate were doing the exact same thing, but they didn't care because they don't mind those ones doing it, you know. But Harry and Meghan showing that they love each other was going to be a problem. And you know what is so sad? This is a classic case of damned if you do and damned if you don't. If these two had not done anything like PDA, they had not shown any kind of affection towards each other, the same people who are saying now that they were displaying PDA, the same people will be saying that look, Harry's so miserable. He's not happy. Oh my God, he's not happy. Let's save Harry. Harry is miserable. Look at his face. Like they've taken this man's picture in the wrong position or wrong time or wrong timing or whatever, only for them to post it and use it to prove the point that Harry is miserable being married to Meghan. They have done this. So if these two had just been doing their own thing, right? If they had not shown any kind of PDA, they had just been doing their own thing. I'm sure these same people would have had a problem with it. These same people would have come around and say, of Harry looks miserable, but because those two are showing the world that they love each other, they had a problem with it. Here's a picture of both couples doing so-called PDA, but the only problem that they had was with Harry and Meghan doing PDA. This is not even PDA. This is just couples supporting each other, but somehow they had a problem with it. Harry and Meghan are known. This is who they are. This is what they show affection. They show affection to each other, and it doesn't matter. And they are not inappropriate when they do it. It's never inappropriate. It's always very decent and classy or whatever. But this is what they do. But because the British people, the racists, they are always looking for a reason. They are always looking for something that they can point out. They're always looking for something to pull out and say, you see what she did? You see how she's disrespecting the queen? You see how they're doing PDA? That's all this is about. That is all this is about. Two people are showing to each other that they love each other. I'm here to support you. I love you. But guess what? To the racist, to the angry, bitter Bettys in the UK, it is inappropriate, and and it's disrespectful to their beloved queen. The same queen that they couldn't even show any kind of respect to. This woman has not even been cold when they started. Like, you have all the week. If you people had dedicated the entire week talking about the queen's legacy, talking about her impact to you people, it would not have been too much to ask for. But no, they had to find a way to squeeze Harry and Meghan topic in there. They could not even respect their queen, their dead queen, to make the conversation from now to at least a week until she's buried. They could not even stand. They could not even sacrifice that. They could not even have enough self control to make the next 1 week about their queen. They still found a way to make the whole conversation about Harry and Meghan. And it's always so funny to me because their hateful readers, whenever they post about Harry and Meghan, their hateful readers will comment how Harry and Meghan are always looking for attention. Harry and Meghan are always, they always want attention, this and that and the other. But the interesting thing is that Harry and Meghan, the attention that you guys think they are looking for, they're not going to call the media. It's the media who has refused to stop posting about them. If the media would stop posting about them, you would never hear from them again because they're not the one putting themselves out there. If they as much as sneeze, the media is going to write about them. If Megan as much as eat an avocado, the media is going to write about them. So you are directing your anger towards the wrong person, or maybe you just want something to complain about. Otherwise, instead of making this about Harry and Meghan wanting attention, how about you tell your media to stop posting about Harry and Meghan every 5 seconds? Because if you tell them to stop posting, or you stop showing interest, you stop clicking to it, they will get the message. Unless, of course, you just want something to bicker about, you just want something to be mad about so that you can say, oh, I'm complaining about them today. Because all the things that the media continues to push, the media continue to shove on your face about Harry and Meghan, they are usually not what Harry and Meghan, they are not what Harry and Meghan brought to the media. It is the media who go on this fishing expenditure. It is the media who goes hunting, looking for information about Harry and Meghan that they are going to use. It is the media. If you don't want to see anything about Harry and Meghan, stop clicking. Stop clicking on them. It's just that simple. Because you cannot indulge your favorite publication, you cannot indulge your favorite news media when they post nonsense about Harry and Meghan and then complain that Harry and Meghan are attention seeking. When it was not an interview that Harry and Meghan did with said media, it wasn't. It was something that the media supposedly heard. It was a rumor. It was a story that they picked up and wrote about. So who do you blame? Why are you going to? You're just looking for somebody to blame. You just feel like it's trending to blame Harry and Meghan as opposed to holding your media accountable for the part that they did in actively posting and shoving topics about Meghan and Harry in your face. So these two show PDA, and these other two show PDA. Guess the people who got called out? Harry and Meghan. Oh, it is inappropriate they were showing PDA. This is what they do. They show PDA. If your love is genuine, if you really love each other, you don't just turn it off. You don't. There is nothing inappropriate about what Harry and Meghan did. Nothing, absolutely nothing inappropriate about it. You know, Meghan and Harry were comforting each other, just like William and Kate were doing. But nobody had a problem with William and Kate doing it, though. But everybody had a problem with Harry and Meghan showing affection. The freaking double standard. Like I said, you guys are just showing yourselves. You guys are just showing how racist you guys are. You guys are just stretching. You guys are looking for the barest of the bare minimum. You guys are looking for anything to just criticize Meghan with. Anything. You guys are so desperate at this point to hate on her that you will pick anything that you can find and use it to hate on her. This woman is simply just, these people are just living their lives. They're just living. They're just living their lives. They're not asking for anything. They just want you to leave them alone. Please tell your media. Harry and Meghan just want to be left alone. They don't want to be a part of your world. They don't want to be anything. They want to be left alone. Leave them alone. Leave them alone. Because you cannot continue to actively click on posts and stories about Meghan and Harry and then in the same breath complain. Complain about how they are attention seeking when it's not like they granted an interview. It's not like it was an interview that they granted or whatever. No, it was just the media who just put a bunch of nonsense together and decided that they were going to post about it because their views were declining. Nobody was watching what they were posting, so they had to do something to basically get some views and ramp up those numbers. And Harry and Meghan, unfortunately, does that, especially Meghan. And that's what I've been saying. That's what I keep saying. For the rest of Meghan's natural life, she will always be the scapegoat until maybe something far more important that the media can simply not turn away until that happens. And then people were talking about how, can you imagine? This one said, I noticed some in the crowd when Meghan approached had their arms crossed. So these people are literally happy that there were a group of people that when Meghan would approach them and try to be friendly and say hi to them, they had their arms crossed. So that's a good thing. Like you are in a funeral, you're supposed to be paying respect to this queen that you guys love so much, that you guys adore, that you guys think the world of. This queen that is everything to you guys. So you are in her ceremony and you see one of the grandchildren and the grandchildren's wife, regardless of what you feel, regardless of what you think they may have done to you, you couldn't just, because of this queen that you guys claim to love so much, you couldn't just put aside whatever it was that you felt at that time. You couldn't put it aside. And then you just decided that you were going to give her some kind of attitude. You're going to make yourself unapproachable. Like, what does that say about you? You that is in the crowd that is making yourself unapproachable, and you that is in the comment section celebrating that somebody in the crowd refused to say hi to Harry and Meghan. Like, seriously, what does that say about you two, both of you? Says you people are trash. That's what that says. It says you guys are trash. It says you guys are disgusting. It says you guys are vile. That's what that says about you. It's not a good look. It's not something that you should be proud of. It's not something that you should be hyping. It's not something that you should be proud to like tell people that, oh, I saw this person giving Meghan an attitude, or I was in the crowd and I saw Meghan approaching me. I folded my hands and made myself unapproachable because I didn't want her to come near me. That's not something that you should be proud of. When you are in the burial ceremony of your so-called beloved queen, that's not something you should be proud of. And I have also seen people celebrating the report that Harry and Meghan, like Meghan was blocked or barred from coming to the queen's wake, or to see her when the queen was already dead or something, lying in wake. So they barred Meghan from attending the family meeting And I'm just like, so what is she going to do? Is she going to disturb the dead? What's her presence going to do? So it's just so silly, silly. These people are just so vile. They are so disgusting. And it's so sad. And they are doing this supposedly for the queen that they supposedly love. They're doing this for the queen that they supposedly love. They can't even put their hate, their resentment aside to honor that woman. At least you're gonna have the rest of your life to hate on Meghan. You're gonna have the rest of your life to talk shit about her. You're gonna have the rest of your life to spread even more lies and false information about Meghan. But you see, this week, because of the burial of the queen that you guys claim you love so much, you couldn't just put aside, just, put a timeout on that hateful feeling, that vindictive feeling that you have. Put a timeout on it and celebrate your so-called beloved queen. There will always be another day for you to go on the hate being like for you to go on the hate trolling on the internet. There will always be another day. But they couldn't even do that. So they nitpick, they pick every single thing. They try to pick apart everything that Meghan does. Oh, Meghan and Harry, they are being inappropriate because they are showing PDA. Really? So these two should just they should just this is what they were not going to do, right? They were going to show the world that they love each other. You were not going to come between their love. They love each other and they were going to be there for each other, and they were going to support each other. And you were not going to come between their love and in spite of hate, because they have tried so much to paint Meghan as the devil, but people still love her because people can see through the bullshit. They can make up all kinds of statistics. They can make up all kinds of false reporting that, oh, the vast majority of Britain hates Meghan now. But the reality is, it's not true. It's not true. She's loved. She's not hated because a lot of people see themselves in her. It's so funny to me that a country that can support Prince Andrew, who currently is hiding from the FBI, a country that can support Prince Andrew, who's hiding from the FBI, would have something negative to say about Meghan. Doesn't that tell you how messed up they are over there? So it's crazy. It's sick. But these people, they love each other. They love each other and they support each other. And at the end of the day, that's really all that should matter. That is all that should matter to you. Because at the end of the day, it is not your call, it is not your life. Even if Harry is miserable, as some of you like to say, it is not you that is miserable. It is his cross to bear. Respect his decision. Harry has always made it clear that he wasn't interested in the royal situation, in the royal lifestyle. He was not. He was never interested. He didn't like the media. He didn't like, the royal family. He wanted to break away, and then he found a woman who was willing to do the same, who wanted to support him no matter what. He found a strong, independent, feminist woman, and he's happy. He's his mother's son. You guys are gonna have to deal with that. Look at how beautiful this lady is. Can you believe this lady is 41 years old? She's older than all four of them, but she looks way, way, way better than all of them. She's older, but she looks way better. She looks way younger than all of them. Just look at how gorgeous Meghan looks. And she looks like Diana. She looks way more than Diana than your English Rose. She looks more like Diana, more like they have the same facial features, facial structure. Megan and Diana have the same facial structure. Just look at it. She's gorgeous. She's a beauty. And that's the reason why there is this resentment. Because when she came, she had the star power and she blew the boring English rose away. She blew the boring English rose out of the water. She just blew that one out of the water. She was just a star. She's just a star. Megan is just a star. She's so stunning and so beautiful. And I am so proud of her for being able to stand up for herself. I am so proud of her that she's able to defend herself when nobody in the royal family wanted to defend her. I am so proud of her that she was able to stand and say, no, I will not be bullied. I'm going to tell my truth. That is the only thing that these people are angry at. And Kate is definitely, and she's definitely jealous. She's envious of Meghan because Meghan gets to be the strong person. Meghan gets to be, a very, very free, independent person who is not tied down by the protocol, by the royal rules or whatever. She gets to be herself. She gets to do whatever she wants to do. She gets to live her life to the fullest. While Kate gets to smile for the camera and get to starve herself to the point of looking like God knows what. So there's a lot of things that she's envious of when it comes to Meghan. There's a lot of things that she wished she had the kind of courage and the kind of strength and the kind of freedom that Meghan has. She wished she had that. Just look at how beautiful this lady is. Like she's so stunning. Like she looks younger than all of them. She looks like she's in her 20s. Just look at this gorgeous person. Just look at this gorgeous human. Let me read some comment before I go. Meghan is not a hypocrite. I wish Harry can stand with her forever. I say amen to that. Nubian Page says, only thing I can say is Megan is getting her black girl magic wake up call. At least they are not hiding who they are. Exactly. Exactly. They are not hiding who they are. They are showing themselves. And that is the best thing, They are not pretending to like you when they actually don't. At least they are showing themselves. That way you do not get it twisted. That way, you know exactly where they stand. That way, you know that these people don't like me. I have to do whatever I have to do to protect myself from them. So, yeah, I'm not even mad that they are exposing themselves because that means that Megan has to always be on her guard. She always has to keep her guard down, keep her guard up all the time because she knows that she's in the midst of people who don't like her and they will not hesitate to do her something, if you know what I mean. Kate too was not included in the meeting. Kate opted not to go. Kate opted to go and be with her children. That was what happened. Kate opted to go and be with her children. Megan had every intention of going, but they told Megan that she couldn't come. You know, they told Megan that she couldn't come, and so Kate opted. Kate had already opted at the beginning, So they were just trying now to push the narrative that well, Kate didn't go either. But then there are publications who really want to stick it up to Megan, and they are saying, well, Kate didn't go because Kate told them that she wanted to go and be with the children. So they are saying that it's not the same thing. Megan was barred from coming while Kate said she wanted to go and be with the children after their grandmother passed. So yeah, Kate won. Kate's decision to not go was a decision that Kate made by herself. But as far as Megan goes, They told her, and people were celebrating this, that yeah, they told Meghan not to go. They told Meghan to stay. She's not wanted. She's not welcome. She's not allowed. Like, you're celebrating that. They're celebrating it as if it's a good thing that your so-called royal family are very vindictive. They are showing their vindictiveness. Is that really something that you should be celebrating? It takes a very sick, twisted person to celebrate something like that, when you should be focusing on uniting, making peace, moving forward with whatever it is that you think this person had done. Move forward with your life, move forward with this person, at least, even if you cannot fully, even if you're still so vindictive and you're not over your anger for whatever reason, then don't even mention them. Just dedicate this period to mourning your so-called beloved queen, and then you can get back to being resentful. You can get back to being vindictive later once you're done mourning. But people are literally celebrating that, oh, the royal family told her that she couldn't come. They stopped her from coming. What is wrong in that? Tragedy is supposed to bring people together. I have seen situations where families will be fighting, like they don't see eye to eye on anything. Every time they get together, they fight. Somebody did something to somebody that the person didn't like. And so that person held a grudge for years. But then they will hear that somebody in the family, like the parents or the grandparents, die. All that animosity, all that anger, all that vindictiveness, all that feeling of hatred, of dislike for that person immediately evaporates, because from that very moment on, you kind of get a reality check, that this life is fleeting, time is fleeting. Life is too short to hold grudge. Life is too short to continue to hate somebody. Let's come together. That can be an awakening for people that, okay, I don't want to hold grudge anymore. I want to move on with my life. I want us to move past this. That's usually what death does to a person. But these UK people, they are so happy that the firm has continued to shun Meghan. They are so happy that the firm has continued to shun Meghan. Imagine having to pretend, because they didn't want anybody booing, because I know that a few more people would have booed. And it is the boo that the media would have picked up. Last time when they came for the what was it they came for? Was it the burial or something? The one that Meghan attended. I think it was the burial of Prince Philip, and a few people booed, but most of it were all cheers for Meghan and Harry. But obviously, the people that booed, they were plants. They were planted there by the media so that they can have a story to publish to their hateful readers, right? So a couple of people were booing from the crowd. Even the cheers ultimately swallowed the boo. The chairs ultimately swallowed the boos. But the couple of people that were booing were the ones that the media had to report. They never reported all the people that were cheering on Harry and Meghan. They only focused on the ones that were booing Harry and Meghan. So they already knew that this was going to happen. And thank God that they realized that this is such a bad thing for it. It'll be a really, really bad omen or bad situation, bad memory for people to be booing in the midst of a burial of their so-called beloved grandmother. So what did they do? They they agreed, and this is what I'm thinking. This is obviously my opinion. They then decided that, okay, all four of them will work together, because even the one or two people that probably would have booed, when they saw all four of them coming, they had to rethink that plan, you know. So it's just crazy. So they are happy now that Meghan is not really being welcomed, that she's being barred from certain situations, that she's being blocked from attending certain family function. Like, congratulations. I'm happy for you that you are happy about this. I hope this is everything that you think it is. I hope this sorts your life problem. I hope this celebrating the fact that they are still resentful of Meghan. I hope that somehow that would turn into money in your pocket. The fact that they are booing Meghan, the fact that they don't like Meghan, the fact that they are shunning Meghan and shutting her out of the royal family. You that is a spectator, you that is celebrating that they are doing this. I hope all of that automatically turns into money for you. I hope by the time you're done celebrating, when you go to your bank account, you will see a lot of money. That whole thing will turn around into money for you because, like, it's so stupid. Anyways, you guys, this is what I'm going to end this. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Like this video if you like it. Subscribe to my channel if you've not done so. Thank you so much. I'll catch you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.